have been waiting for this. Sumo Canada Craft, number 4, Cement Shoes. Cement Shoes is from Cult Classic Seeds. Cult Classic Seeds are my favourite breeders of all time. I have had quite a lot of experience with Cult Classic Seeds varieties and phenotypes. My favourite variety of all time, Tony Clifton. Cult Classic Seeds do varieties that contain a lot of the rarer cannabinoids. They make real efforts to produce varieties with a full range of cannabinoids, some of the rarer ones, and to make sure it's a proper rounded experience. This has come via Cantourage. So I'm expecting, and this will get the video age restricted, I'm expecting fuckery. I'm expecting this to have been messed with in some way. I don't know if it's organically grown, and everything Cult Classic do is organically bred in living soil, so it kind of, for me, it a little bit defeats the purpose of having a Cult Classic Seeds variety if it's not organically grown and treated really well, which, you know, is the same for all flour, let's face it. So this is 23% THC, it's £8.50 a gram, it's been cultivated in Canada and packaged in Germany, so there's no porter-canner involved, but it is still, and it's non-irradiated, but it is still from Cantourage, so we can expect potentially something to have happened. Cement Shoes is a fast vegging cultivar that is easier to grow than Tony Clifton. Sub-varieties vary, as some are almost identical to OGKB, while others seem more like animal cookies mixed with old school Urkel and a hint of lemon. Sumo Cannabis. Sumo Cannabis's mission is to offer a high-end and safe product grown in a controlled environment here in Trois-Rivières. At Sumo Cannabis, we are committed to offering an exceptional product cultivated with care by our team. We choose aeroponic growing, a pioneering technique in the cannabis industry. Every possible effort is made during the different stages of production to offer recreational and medicinal cannabis of superior quality. So there we go, and I have been looking forward to this since I first realised it was coming out. Terpene profile on MedBud is a strain estimate, so potentially not much point going through that, but the estimate is a quarter myrcene, a quarter caryophyllene, a quarter linalool, and a quarter terpinolene. So that means we've got floral herbal, floral lavender, spice gas, and herbal musk. We have a patient information leaflet, which I'll put on screen. At Sumo Cannabis, we are dedicated to cultivating only high quality cannabis strains with the utmost care. Our passionate team makes every necessary effort at every stage of cultivation. We take pride in contributing to the advancement of cannabis cultivation with innovative techniques. So yeah, aeroponics. This is grown with aeroponics. So yeah, if you want to look that up, you can find out how this was grown. It should be fruity citrus aroma with spicy notes. The myrcene is pain relieving and antispasmodic. Definitely need myrcene. Terpinolene is antimicrobial and antioxidative. The caryophyllene is anti-inflammatory and cell protective, and linalool is antizylitic and antispasmodic as well. It's a cross between Animal Cookies, OGKB and Wet Dream. I know at least 2 of those I did have seeds of, and then when I got raided last December, they've all been taken and destroyed, much like my Dynavap was taken and destroyed, and my legal medicinal cannabis was taken and destroyed. I was told by the police that they were going to send them off to be tested, but instead they just sent them off to be destroyed. PC Warrington, Chris Warrington, PC 376, you're a liar. You're an absolute liar. You'd be ashamed of yourself. Putting someone with disorders through all that and lying through your teeth in front of 5 people you lied about all that in front of. You kept me in the cells for 12 hours, didn't bother checking up whether my prescription was real or not, and then you lied about what you were going to do with my medicine. PC Chris Warrington, PC 376, Nottingham Police, you are a liar and a disgrace to the force. You are clearly a bully that cares more about getting his rocks off abusing people than doing anything else. 10% by the way, Chris Warrington, you are 10% effective. 90% of you and all of your colleagues are a complete and utter waste of time. 90% of crime in this country goes completely and utterly unsolved. You're doing a terrible job and you're too busy trying to intimidate a man with neurological disorders. Well done to you. Well done to you for throwing away and destroying perfectly legitimate medication. It's not what we're here for though, is it? Potential effects and applications. Patients report a sedative and physically relaxing effect. Yep. That's weed. Sumo Canada Craft number 4 may be suitable for alleviating stress-related symptoms and for treating conditions such as depression and anxiety, such as when you're reminded and start thinking about how you were brutalised by the local police. Let's get this open, see if I can smell anything before even opening it. How about in that gap? Oh yeah, there's something in that gap. Something earthy and musky just came out of there. Let's open it up without looking at it and see if I can smell it from a foot away or so. Anything coming? Oh yeah, straight away. There we go. Straight away. Let's have a look. Oh, that has a strange smell. I'm not convinced about the smell of that. Oh yeah, there's a bit of fruit citrus. There's a bit of Bombay mix in there. That could be a nice one. Now this is only 6.6% loss on drying. So out of the maximum 12% moisture level we could have, this is 6.6%. And who knows, potentially lower than that because it's travelled around and blah, blah, blah since those tests were done. It's tested at 23.4%. Its expiry date is March next year. And the batch number is one of these stupidly long ones, but it ends in a whole bunch of zeros. This is batch number 1, basically, for what we've got. Sumo 4E011 and then 4 zeros. The trim on this is mostly superb. Good lord. It's mostly large size buds. There's a few smalls in there, but mostly decent sizes. It does look a bit old. It does feel quite dry as well. The buds are ridiculously solid and cracking open, even though there's very, very little light here. Oh, we're all out of focus. There's very little light here. It's night time and the flash on the phone is not working for the moment. But I can still see, as soon as you open this up, it's sparkling away. The outside looks dead as doornails, but the inside is sparkling away. As you can all see in the background of this as well, these are the new varieties that I've got in today that are coming up for review. We've got the 4C Labs range of Organigram products. So the Sour Cherry Punch, GMO Tropical Rain and the Super G Citra. They all expire at the end of January next year. So I'll be checking those out this week. So let's have a look at this under the scope with my eye and see if I can see what's what. Yeah, the outside does look quite dead. Yeah, the outside is all congealed together pretty much. There's not a lot in the way of heads on the outside. The inside has a lot of ovules. Many, many ovules. But we'll have to see under proper scope shots with the LED light and everything. I think that's part 1 done. I've told you about the plant. I've given you a bit of personal history about the breeder of this plant, and I've given you the information about where it's come from. So, part 2 will be the rest of the Cement Shoes experience. We'll have a look at the contents of the packet, we'll see what kind of dust we've got left in the packet, we'll have a scope shot of the flower, and we'll do some taste testing. So yeah, thank you for being here, thank you for watching. Please hit like, hit subscribe as well, and if you could share the video, because I don't do any social media whatsoever, because it does drive me literally insane, that would be amazing as well. Let's get as much information to patients as we possibly can, get this information out there to help people out. Part 2 will have all of the fun stuff in it, all of the stuff that we actually want to look at. I'll see you in part 2. Stay classy, San Diego.